Yes, a blessed morning to you. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Lagoon Radio, and it's another episode of Newspaper Review. Of course, Newspaper Review, that's where we run you through our national dailies. Yes, we give you back to back and as they go. That's from somebody's diction. No problem. You are welcome. You can follow us on our social media platforms. Even as we are speaking, we are live on Facebook, Lagoon Radio Nigeria, on Twitter and Instagram, Lagoonradio.Ng. I'm Kayode Ezekiel, and I'll be the host, yes, on the show this morning. Bear with me, I have my producer and presenter. Good morning.
Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, Shego.
Yes, Sandra is here too. Good morning, Sandra. How are you today?
I'm fine. Good morning. Beautiful morning to you all.
Yes, let me just double straight away to today's business. I have here with me the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, and I have this content to be the most prominent. On review of 1999 Constitution, Rev'd committee makes 68 recommendations, and Aisha Buhari at NAS to witness laying of report. You can read more on the 25th page of that newspaper. Yes, it continues. I have this news, this content too. Ukraine declares state of emergency. Other citizens to leave Russia. That's unfriendly. You can read more on the 19th page of that newspaper. Osun PDP World Congress, 2 killed, many injured as supporters clash. Well, let me take that again. 2 killed, many injured as supporters clash. You can read more on the 5th page of that newspaper. States should control their resources. This is from Adeshino, yes. Says Nigeria's diversity mismanaged. Well, that may not be far from the truth. You can read more on the 28th page of that newspaper. Ijebu Igbo Agog as Abiodun installs new Orimolusi. That's another king there. It's a good development. You can read more on the 30th page of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. NNPC distributes 387 million liters of petrol in 1 week. I think I could see the relief. People can now go to filling station to. Well, it is well. This is a report. It's on the 7th page of that newspaper. Buhari may sign Electoral Act Amendment Bill tomorrow. Well, it is well. You can read more on the 2nd page of that newspaper. Court order interim forfeiture of 10 properties of Yari to federal government. Well, it's on the 25th page of that newspaper. Declares suspected terrorist leaders wanted. Senate tells federal government. It continues on the 2nd page of that newspaper. Federal government ASU meet to reconvene February 28th. Well, they will always meet none. It's on the 2nd page of that newspaper. Samfara Assembly removes Gusau Matawale. Okay. Samfara Assembly removes Gusau. Matawale swears in Senator Nashiha as new deputy governor. On the 5th page of that newspaper. And the pictorial message I have here, that's the Senate, the Speaker of House of Representatives, Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, with the wife of the President, Mrs. Aisha Buhari, during the latest visit to the Green Chamber to observe laying of Constitution Review report during plenary section on Wednesday. I think I mentioned it that the Rev'd committee makes 69 recommendations. Of course, Aisha Buhari witnessed the laying of reports. That's a good development. It is well. You can grab a copy of that newspaper, the Nigerian Tribune, and keep yourself informed. Shay?
Okay, I have here the Leadership newspaper, and on the front page of the Leadership newspaper, I have the leadership makes as APC PDP consider southern ticket, and on that we have hope of Igbo presidency deems over killings in southeast. You get the story on page 4. And under it, we have the regional leaders blamed for worsening situation. And it's not enough to deny us presidency, Ohaneze protects. Attacks on acceptable northern groups fumes. Attacks ahead of 2023 elections challenging INEC. All those stories, you get them on page 4 of the Leadership newspaper. And the Leadership makes Northern's professionals calendar event. You get that on page 7. And adulterated fuel, a product conforms with Nigerian specification, Duke Oil and Ohanda says. You get the story on page 27. Fani Kayade's medical report is fake, hospital tells court. You get that on page 6 of the Leadership newspaper. Aisha Buhari makes cases for women at NAS. You get the story on page 8 of the Leadership newspaper. And I think that is all for the Leadership newspaper. Wait, I still have another one. Senator Gusau replaces Gusau as Samvara deputy governor. You get the story on page 4. And the APC chairmanship, PMB governors zero in on Abdullahi Adamu. You got that on page 7 of the Leadership newspaper. Yes, for God and country. Grab your copy and read through.
Okay, Sandra is there too. You're welcome.
All right, I have blueprints. On the front line, we have a Fed action. Aisha Buhari stormed the parliaments attempt to reveal 111 seats for women, 37 in senators, 46 reps. Great women empowering a second generation stone. You can get that one on front page of the blueprint.
Yeah, please let me take the story. It's a significant story, so let's just take it. Affirmative action. Aisha Buhari storms parliament. NAS reserves 101 seats for women. They are clamoring for their own appointment. She says 37 in Senate, 74 in reps. And she went for that. She said greater women participation will guarantee stability. So, the story.
All right. You can get that one still on front page of that newspaper. Zamfara 24 hours after print report, Senator Nashi, I hope I got that. Okay, Senator Nashi turns in as deputy governor. You can get that one on the front page of the newspaper. FEC reports 20 billion candidate for all right. Yeah. FCE approve 20 billion naira cut for Taraba. Yeah, from Taraba. Okay. I think it's still the content of that story. Okay, 56.3 billion naira for complete of Abijo. Well, let's get it clear. All right. 56.3 billion naira for completing the Abidjan Kanu Referred Road.
Catton
Referred Roads. Okay. Still on that, the president arrest. Okay, sorry, that's Ogun State. I think it's Ogun State. Can we see it clear?
Yeah, Ogun pastor arrested for raping church member during deliverance.
That's bad.
You can get that one still on the front page. Okay, 15. Okay, it's just been written, but That one you can get that one on 15 of that newspaper. Okay. All right, just grab your copy. I'm just trying to see some news. What's so tiny?
Okay, let me just help you through with this one. Police retirement benefit may go up to 1.84 trillion naira under the fraud. Yeah, you get the story. You get that story on page 21. And the federal government increases feeding of school. You get a story on page 8. And Buhari assent electoral bill that Shegun read. You get it on the page 5. And we use your experience to strengthen INEC. Yakubu tells the commissioner of, you get a story on page 13 too. And First Bank boosting SMEs growth, nation's economy. You get the story on page 18. And the Fidelity Bank restate support for CBN Forest. You get that on page 22 of the Blueprint newspaper.
Okay, let me quickly run through this unusual newspaper because why did I say unusual? I think we rarely read this newspaper here. Yes, it's called Daybreak. And it's been the motto is news at it breaks. Well, let me just chip this in. Buhari swears in 6 INEC national commissioners. You can read more on the 8th page of that newspaper, Daybreak. On electoral bill, Buhari keeps Nigerians in suspense. He should sign latest Friday if nothing else comes up, says Femi Adesina. Well, let's wait and see our expectation. I think something is wrong with this construction, but it is well. This is from CSOs. Let's wait and see our expectation whether he would assent to the bill. Well, it is well. It continues on the 2nd page of that newspaper too. Zamfara Deputy Governor Aliyu Gusau impeached. I think I see it run through all the newspapers we have this morning. Well, on 450 million fraud, Oshepe describes case as witch hunt. It's now witch hunt. It is well. So when somebody does something bad and they are after it's witch hunt. Well, court orders interim forfeiture of properties found traced to ex-Governor Yari. It is well on the 4th page of that newspaper. DSS debunks claims of 1.1 billion naira unexecuted projects in Bauchi. Well, it's on the 4th page of that newspaper. We are committed to entrenching bilateral relations with Jamaica, says federal government. It's on the 6th page of that newspaper. The Lagos banned Dana here makes emergency landing in Abuja. Well, let me take that again. Lagos banned Dana here make emergency landing in Abuja. It's on the 7th page of that. Maybe something happened when they were on here. It is well. It's on oil eats $97 on Russia-Ukraine crisis. It's on the 7th page of that newspaper. And I have this to be the last content there. Government ASU reconciliation meeting ends in deadlock. That's it's on the 5th page of that newspaper. Grab a copy of Daybreak Newspaper and be informed. Shane?
Yes, I have the Jazeera Newspaper, Jazeera Nigeria. And on the front page, we have the Constitution Amendment. Reps recommend immunity for Senate President. Orders. Lists 68 bills for consideration as First Lady pushes for more female parliamentarians. You get the story. The story is on the front page of the news of Jazeera Newspaper. And it's on the front page. And oil marketers to face sanction over weight and measures at violation. The story is on the front page and continuation on page 2. Buhari to sign the rework electoral bill tomorrow. Okay, we are waiting. It's on page 6 of Jazeera, Nigeria. And the Bauchi partner NDE to train 575 commercial sex workers. Yeah.
To do or to train them?
Bauchi partners, the partner with NDE to train 575 commercial sex workers.
Trained in also.
Yeah, you train them. You train,
Maybe-
training. Probably
Okay.
in
To-
skill
to
acquisition.
rehabilitate them.
Yeah. You get the story on page 6, and WHO accuses firms of unethical marketing of baby formula. You get that on page 11 of Jazeera, Nigeria. And the business owners lament as power shortage worsens. On page 10. Guys, I don't know. Are you guys also experiencing the same?
Somebody said something. He said, fuel, we couldn't buy fuel. We couldn't get fuel easily. And these people are no longer, they are just toying with electricity these days.
As
So
in,
he was trying to consider whether they have a kind of agreement that this is how we want to treat the people. You understand? Like, there's no, like, even if you want to power your gen, you need fuel. And at the same time, if there's no fuel, okay, you want to dabble to another thing. That option is not even there.
It's
again.
not
So
there
it's like if
again.
you really want to, like, make people suffer. But it is well, we are here. Now, Nigeria, we do.
it's somehow it as well with us. So, and the terrorists give 5 days free movement to Niger communities.
It is well.
We are dramatic here.
So dramatic.
So you get that on page 10. And the Senate, federal government declare non-terrorist leaders wanted. Yes, non-terrorist leaders wanted on page 11. And Assembly confirmed Hassan Nasir as Zamfara deputy governor. The story is on the front page and continuation on page 23. I think that's all. Just grab a copy and read through the newspaper.
Okay, I have this day. This day, rising oil price. What federal government says Nigeria not scrubbing for certain race from certain race. You can see that one on the front line of that newspaper. Still on the newspaper, we have federal government's 1.13 trillion. Wow, 1.13 trillion naira. Do I got that figure right?
Yeah, 1.30 trillion naira.
Highway Commission to plan records.
Milestone. 18 firms shortlisted. Yeah.
Can get that one on page 6 of that.
Yeah, it's still about the
Presidential-
bill that
Still on-
Buhari to sign reward electoral bill tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay. Still on that one. APC zone the presidential to South plus PDP in West. How do I go? APC
APC zoning
zoning
presidency.
presidential in South plus.
I'm coming. Let me just take that. APC zoning presidency to South puts PDP in quandary. Yeah. And Bala Mohammed, ruling party's decision constitutes no threat to us. I think the story is on the front page.
It's just on the front page. Yeah, you can get that one. Okay, Nasara that's almost all the story that everybody read today on Zamfara Assembly, Zamfara House of Assembly, input to the deputy governor. Okay, that one you can still get that one on page
43.
Yeah, 43 of that newspaper. Just grab your grab the copy and
read through.
Yeah, and read through.
Okay, NewsDirect newspaper, Nigerian NewsDirect newspaper, that's NND. On 2023 elections, Buhari's aide Ahmad drops in on Tinubu's as presidential candidate. And it further says, Buhari, Tinubu are brothers. Nobody can come between them. Says Jubrin Ablumumin. This same man. Okay. And as Tinubu extend consultation visit to Oni today. Wow. It is well. That's on Tinubu's presidential bid. Jubril Ablumumin. That's the head of, I think, is the director of their campaigning bodies. Yes, the Tinubu campaigning bodies. I think presidential bid campaigning bodies. That's Jubrin. It is well. I think he knows Tinubu to an extent. That's why he said nothing can come between them. There's somebody, of course, they arise. Did I mention something? Sorry. I saw a video where a particular renowned presenter asked him, what's the source of this man's wealth? Or what's his worth?
Which of the man? The Tinubu.
I said Jubrin.
Jubrin.
That's the chairman of the Tinubu's presidential bid campaign bodies. So they asked him, that the lady asked him, he said,
he asked him about the bullion van.
The bullion, not only the bullion van, he said the source of his wealth and his worth. And what happened during that bullion van era? What picture? How can he describe the picture that time? The man couldn't say anything. The man was like, I will not want to see. I was just trying to be different.
He has to be loyal
this is so direct.
He has to be loyal.
Now, if the man that doesn't even know the source of the person he's trying to sell to the people, he doesn't know the source of his wealth, he doesn't know his worth. Even that time, the bullion fan picture, he couldn't describe. And now he's saying
he knows, but he has to stand for his
we would say he did not, he doesn't know, because he didn't say he knows.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Okay.
Now he's telling us that nothing can come between Tinubu and the president. Do you want us to take that?
Nothing can come between
them, Buhari.
Of course, now but it's the same Tinubu that put our president over there. So they are running the country. We all know
Sandra,
that. So let's just leave it.
These are too much. Why would he say he's the one? No, the thing is, he campaigned for him. Of course, he did.
Yeah.
But the truth is, this is politics, and the picture we see out there might be different from what is happening behind the camera. But the fact is, let's just be hopeful that this man he knows Tinubu, because at least to an extent he's the one selling him at least all the way.
What's he selling him for? What is it doing?
He wants us to vote for him.
To vote for him. What has he done for Nigerian? Except that he puts that man there called the president. What has it done?
I think we asked
him.
We asked him.
That's the question, because one thing we Nigerians need to understand is that someone from somewhere cannot just come and say, okay, I'm capable of ruling Nigeria.
Exactly.
I'm capable of taking you out of the desert, to the promised land. What have you done for the country?
What have you done?
What impact have you made?
Tinubu was a former governor of Lagos State.
So what has it done?
No, exactly the question I wanted to ask Shay, that when he was in Lagos State,
what did he do?
When he was Lagos State governor, to be honest with you, I still ask myself that what has he put in place?
It's not even that. Let's just.
I can count during his own tenure. That's why we have more of area boys. That's why we have more of talk.
So it means that's
the truth. We have more of talks and all those things.
But all I know is Tinubu is a great man.
Yeah, he is on his own.
He's a great politician.
He is.
And to an extent, he has really helped a lot of people to attain the dreams of becoming
governor.
But that is not what we are talking about here. You are coming to serve the Nigerian. You are promising Nigerian this, that. What have you done? You can't just come like that and say you want to become the president of Nigeria. It doesn't make sense.
Calm down. This country.
It doesn't make sense. But the funniest part is that Nigerians, we are used to, this kind of thing. People will definitely vote for him.
As I'm talking to you, still the young people, still the youth will still go and vote.
So I was listening to a radio program one time. They talk about the Banky W. This is someone who has a very great brand already, and is coming out for a political ambition. The thing did not work out that time, right? I think it didn't win. Yeah. The person said, and I actually concord with the speaker, that he wouldn't have just stopped the political ambition like that. What has he done in his constituency? Fine, you did not win the bid for, is it the House of Representative? House of Rep for his constituency. You did not win. Since that time, what have you been doing in your constituency?
That's the point
maybe the interest is gone.
Imagine.
Interest.
And that is not lying.
You know, this is the second time. Yes, the first time he came out, he didn't warn.
This is someone. This is a young man.
What of Pat? What's his name? Is it Pat Otomi? Yeah, Otomi too. Came out too. We have a lot of young people that come out. But my own is not to come out as a young person. Start with your local government. Start with your constituency. Do something. Let people know. Let people recognize what you are doing.
I think I'm very sure when the time comes, when the campaign starts proper, we'll get to know the achievement of Tinubu. Don't worry that time. Okay?
That time.
Yes. Let me quickly run through these and leave it there. Okay, lawyers drag aviation minister FAAN orders to court over alleged violation of Public Procurement Act. On electoral amendment bill, Buhari ready to assent. Yes, on Friday. It's on NCC may roll out 3 additional licenses before 2024. This is from Dambata. This is on 5G, of course. NLNG appoints Ogunleye deputy managing director. That's good news. That's good for him. And I have this to be the last content on Fidelity Bank Guy Ham 5 promo. 10 more customers become millionaires. Well, it is well. I know we'll become one. I will become one day. Am I?
Work hard. Keep working hard. There's no limit to what you can do.
It is well. Yes, that's where we'll be putting a stop to this particular episode this morning. Yes, thanks for being part of this show. Yes, and Sandra, we are grateful.
Thank you so much.
Yes, can follow us on our Facebook page, Lagoon Radio Nigeria, Instagram and Twitter, Lagoonradio.Ng. Up next, we're having Chimeze, State of the Nation. He's ready and prepared for you. Yes, stay back. I'm Kayode Ezekiel, and do have unto yourself a blessed day. Bye for now.